Hello everyone, welcome to day 162 of playing chess every day for a year. Let's find the game. We're starting as black here, and d4, so d5. Knight out, could bring this knight out. Just play solidly with e6. If I go here and they kick my knight away, I can just go back. I could go straight for this, but that doesn't work. This also doesn't work. e6 is good, going back doesn't seem good. If they kick me away, going forward must be wrong. They actually go for pin. So I have to force them to take. I can't allow the pin because they could push and just have so much pressure on my knight. It looks like they want to keep the pressure, so still can't take. I could expand on this side of the board and long castle eventually, which doesn't seem that bad. They're going for this lineup. I mean, now I can take here. This would also be a fork, which could be very good. I think I'll just go for this pin and then take here, which seems very good. I mean, I can't take because I'd give up two pieces, so I have to go into this and then take here. Which threatens the pawn and threatens the bishop. This is very aggressive pushing from me, but I don't mind long castling, it's not the end of the world. Here I guess I just bring out the knight and then the bishop. The queen comes to defend the bishop. If I do take the bishop, the queen takes, and then the queen's staring down here. But that's okay. Can't take here, there's nothing there. My knight's also defended, so I don't have to take anything. They could always push it though eventually. But now I'm looking to push and have this skew on the queen, so play b6 with the idea of bishop a6 on this with this skewer on the queen. They go for my rook, but that's no problem. I can go for the queen first. Sliding my rook to g8 seems okay. The queen is hit with the bishop behind, so they need to be careful here. My king's very, very wide open, so I need to watch out, but the queen is hit. My knight's very active. It seems quite good. The queen moves. Now they are castling now would be a terrible move. Probably just move my rook. I don't have any checks. I can't activate my queen very quickly. It would take some moves. It would take 3 moves to bring my queen in. I can just play rook g8. I think that's the best move. I could also push because that'll be defended twice. Push, they can't really take. Everything is held. I actually choose to push here. The queen can't come in for now. This bishop's very strong. I have to trade it off. It's forced to move now. And it's actually almost trapped. They take my bishop. They have 2 bishops hanging. It's probably best to take this one first. And if I take this one, this bishop's still hanging and it doesn't really have anywhere to go. They just want to trade off the threat, and this bishop is more dangerous, but it's actually trapped right now. My knight's quite strong. I'll actually go to take this bishop first. And I guess develops another one of my pieces slowly. I mean, the queen can go back to attack the knight, but I just take this bishop. I can also go for this rook move, which threatens the queen. They do have a check here, which seems quite dangerous. If I step here, there are no more checks. They can't take anything. Everything's okay. But my king can't castle, which is very annoying. I mean, now the bishop's just completely hanging. There is that check, but my king's actually quite safe behind my queen. But this will fall, unfortunately. There is this, but it's protected two times. This is not a check. This is a check. It's actually quite annoying. Because then this would be attacked and so would this. King b8, I think my king is finally safe. I don't want to trade queens here, that would be quite silly. I mean, this is pinned, so the queen is not trapped, but doesn't have many good squares. The bishop is still trapped. If I can take this bishop, I'll be very happy. If they move the bishop, I can take here. I potentially have this move as well. Rook e8 seems quite good. The bishop moves, but now I have this move. I mean, I have takes as well, which threatens to win the queen. I can actually take here because then I'm threatening to... I mean, this first seems good also. Hits the queen, the king would be in check. Oh, I think this is a completely winning move. This is a completely winning move. Wherever the queen moves, I have discovered checks on the king. I'd have this discovered check on the king, winning myself a rook. This rook is very useless, but I think rook e8 is just a powerful move. They could sacrifice a bishop, but that doesn't do anything. Because now I have discoveries on the king. They have to move the queen, and I have discoveries. I guess sacrificing the queen might work, but because they haven't castled, if they castle now, they just lose the queen. So they're in big trouble here. If they sack the bishop, I take. If they sack the queen, I take. Queen back. And I actually have no way to win the queen, but this check forces the king this way, which I really like. I'll take like this. The king must go this way. The king steps here. Okay, so any more checks on the king? I actually have no more checks on the king. This doesn't work. Or maybe it actually does. I really want to calculate this. Check. The king can step here, but... No, that's very complex. Check. The king actually has to take or move. Check. If king takes, check. I guess the problem is that the back rank will be protected. So I just take the rook here, I'm quite sure. Just take the piece. I'm threatening a big fork on the queen as well now. Queen and king. My king is boxed in the corner, quite safe though. That just blunders a fork, so they lose the queen also. And at this point they have no chance of winning. And we get a beautiful win. Let's look at this game. I played at an 81.7, my opponent played at a 64.1. I played like a 1650, my opponent like an 800. I had two misses this game, and I'm quite sure it's when I could have taken the bishop, I think. The dark squared bishop instead of the light squared bishop, but let's look at this game. So d4, d5, develop my knight. It's actually best to free up the bishop first, but it's okay. e6 is fine. I should actually take and just go into a tactical. Well, actually, after this move, I can just take because I'm up a pawn and they can't recapture for now. Their best move would probably be just to pin to target this. But I play e6. They develop the bishop, which is good. h6 is good. I'm actually supposed to pin their knight. Pin their knight back to their king, so they don't have too much pressure here. Instead, I go to kick the bishop, which isn't that good. g5 is a good move. Bishop has to leave. Now I can pin the knight because this threatens knight takes e4. And they actually make a mistake here because I can take the knight and then take here with a fork. So I'm actually winning. I'm up a pawn here. They bring their queen. I'm just looking for my skewer to put pressure on the position. And that's a mistake because I actually missed that I can kick the bishop first. The bishop has nowhere to go if I just block first. This wasn't that good. This wasn't that good. I guess this queen move would stop me from pushing, because then this would fall with check. But I just play f6. Okay, so I took the correct bishop. This one doesn't have any squares to go, so taking this one would be free to leave. This one's essentially trapped, so it's best to take the one that isn't trapped. I run my king. This queen move's a mistake. It just puts the queen in a terrible spot. And I should have just gone for a queen trade here, according to evaluation. I'd still be up a pawn. In a much better position because I'm winning another pawn also. So if I just go for this queen trade, the queen's actually trapped, has no good squares. If the queen chooses to leave, I can just take. The bishop goes back, but I can actually go for rook e8, which puts me in a very good position. Which actually wins the bishop. Queen there is just not good. It lets me win the rook. They had to go queen here, so that if discoveries happen... I mean, queen here threatens just to take the rook, but it would still be a sacrifice of the queen, so... I take with check, winning the rook, winning the bishop and the rook. The king goes to... It's actually best to block here, because I guess then the king isn't forced to leave and the rooks will see each other. Instead they move their king, which just gives me the rook. Up 8 points of material. And they played this knight f3 move, which is a terrible move, because it just hangs the queen to a fork, so... They actually should have castled. They actually should have castled and attacked my knight somehow. Instead they just lose to a fork, so... A very quick win for me today, very happy with the game. I played quite well. My opponent missed a lot. But thank you guys for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.